Good evening, and for tonight's Thundering Thursdays, it's that time of the year again. I've got a tournament in 8 days' time. So what does that mean? Well, basically that means new army. So let's get the shrink wrap off and see what we've got inside. And welcome back. Right then, let's have a little look. So yep, this is the British and Inter-Allied Commando Starter Army from Warlord. So yes, we get the destructions, which is always useful if you don't know the models, especially as these do have arms in pairs. So we've got, the important bit, thank you Morella. So we get 6 sprues of 6 commandos, which I've already had a close look at that sprue. We get Centaur. Vickers MMG and Command Squad. And a 3-inch mortar, a medium mortar in bolt action terms, and bases and fireworks. So let's have a little tidy up, and then we'll have a look at stuff I haven't already reviewed. So let's have a look at the HQ. Thank you, Christina, who I believe has packed the other 3 metal packs. So we've got, judging by the stretcher he's carrying, a medic, officer with pistol, radio operator with Thompson, and that is a casting issue, and we'll assume is an NCO or an officer with a rifle. But this is the second one of these packs I've had, and in both the end of the barrel snapped off. Well, in fact that looks like it's a miscast rather than a snap. So I'll drop the guys a line. So, not an issue to me, but it would be an issue to a lot of other people, so it might be worth them having a look at the mould. Now onto the Vickers, which is something I haven't reviewed before, again by Christine. So we've got the base with ammo box and water can already mounted. Then we've got the gun itself, just a couple of vents and a very minor mould line underneath the barrel, and the hose to connect the gun to the water can. Again, there's a little bit of mould slippage on that, but that sort of thing happens. Believe me, when I was working at the foundry, we had that a lot because we had a lot of old moulds. And again, the number 2 with the ammo box and feed. The number 1, the gunner. In a seated position, which you don't often see with machine guns, but very accurate if you go by the handbooks that were supplied to the British forces during the Second World War. That is the correct position for using the Vickers. And then the NCO for the section, complete with his tea mug. It's good to see that the NCO has a Bergen, even if the gunner and number 2 don't. So that ties them in with the other commando models. And then we have the mortar, again by Christine. So we have first of all the NCO with the Thompson and Bergen. Then I don't know which way round these are supposed to be, but the gunner and number 2, again both with Bergens and correct belt kit. Excellent casts with just a few little vents, nothing that a minute or so with a good knife won't get rid of. And then the gun itself, which to my eye, straight metal, looks about as good as it's going to get. There's a little bit of flash in the legs, but everything looks accurate and there's no real mold line or slippage to worry about. So let me tidy these up and then we'll get on to the big bugger. And now for the Centaur. This is my first resin tank from Warlord, although I have had the resin SDKF 7 prime mover. So let's have a little look. So got a little baggie which we'll have a look at in a moment. Right, a little bit of a gate, casting gate that needs removing. But a little bit of feather flash. Again, very easy to remove. So that gate there will need removing. Oh no, it's flash. But it's left a bit of a divot. So there's a bubble there. That won't be an issue. The important stuff is the top, front and back, which with the exception of the casting gate, excellent work. If I'm not mistaken, these are cast by Andy. And again, the tracks, a little bit of casting gate underneath, and resting on a runner. But nice guide to show you where the track fits, or doesn't in this case. Because I put it the wrong way around. Or have I? No. Tooth wheel to the back. But slightly too long. Again, the other side. Again, slightly too long, but that can be taken care of. Doesn't take a lot. Again, excellent casting, and the voids between the wheels can be removed. And then we have the turret itself. Again, a little bit of casting gate underneath. Nothing too serious, nothing that a couple of minutes work won't remove. And doesn't really affect it in any way at all anyway. And for the metal parts, again by Christina. So we've got choice of barrels and machine gun barrels. So the Centaur would normally have the shorter barrel, which is close support howitzer, rather than the longer anti-tank gun. The commander's hatch and the driver's hatch. Lights and a mirror. And the towing loops. So, looking forward to painting this. One question, oh, it doesn't. I half expected a band of numbers around the top. So that is how it's normally portrayed, but not an issue, except if I want the band of numbers I've got to paint them, unless, oh, no, there's no band of numbers on the vehicle sheet either. Sorry, it's Centaur, not the Cromwell. Centaur CS, medium howitzer and machine gun. Or the Cromwell with the anti-tank. Right, that's why they haven't moulded on the numbers, so you can field it as either the Cromwell or the Centaur, which is a nice touch. So, wonderful little box set, possibly one of the cheapest armies Warlord do at less than 70 quid, which should give quite an interesting little army as it stands, probably at around 1,000 points straight off. But I'll be adding to my current Commando army, because the tournament is 1250 points, so keep an eye out for that video. Thank you.